Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. John Owen talks about sports and movies. Thank you for checking out today's video. I always appreciate the support. Let's get into it. So today we're going to have a little sports news roundup. We're going to break down Celtics-Bucks and Suns-Mavs as a series, not just Game 7. But with all that being said, make sure you guys leave your thoughts down in the comments below. What did you guys think about the game? All that. And with that being said, let's get into it. So first I want to start off with Celtics-Bucks. I think my main takeaway from this is the Celtics are really, really good. I saw this thing today. Jason Tatum has been to the Eastern Conference Finals 3 out of his 5 years in the league, and Jaylen Brown has been 4 out of the 6. I think it was like that. So the Celtics have definitely built up a very consistent machine in order to generate playoff success. They play really super good, hard team basketball, which admittedly I think we're going to kind of drift from super teams. Super teams really haven't won a lot here recently in the league, so I think the league is trending away from a super team. And I think the Celtics are a great example of a genuine championship caliber team that is not a super team. Jason Tatum really stepped up. Game 6, when they were down 3-2 on the road, and he goes off for 45, that was kind of a legacy-defining game. That's one of those you're like, yeah, that's when Jason Tatum kind of had his moment. And the Celtics have been playing great defense. I think they kind of had to figure out Giannis at first a little bit. Now, granted, they never really truly stopped him at all. But I mean, the Celtics played really good, hard team basketball. And not to take anything away from them, but the lack of Chris Middleton's presence for the Bucks did help. But I probably think they're probably good enough to at least maybe beat Milwaukee without Middleton. So without him, very reasonable for them to win. Giannis, he cemented himself as the best player in the world during this series. He already was the best player in the world, but and I don't think anyone is saying this, but just in case you're in the party that him losing Game 7 hurts his legacy or diminishes him as the best player in the world, that's a stupid take. He still had 25, 20, and 9 on like okay shooting. He was kind of he was pretty worn down, but I mean, I think I saw the stat today. It was something like this. Don't quote me on it, but he's the first player in the series to have 500 points, 200 rebounds, and 100 assists in a series or something in that area. He's the first player to do something really ridiculous during the series. And Giannis just continues to prove that he's the dominant force in the league, the undisputed best player in the world right now. I mean, there's just nothing anyone else can do on the basketball court at a higher rate overall than he can. Sure, of course, like clearly, like he's not the best shooter in the world, or he's not the best individual rim protector, or he's not the best individual passer, but he is so dominant on the inside, and he's an adequate passer, and he's an adequate shooter, and he's a great defender. You put all those things together, he's the best player in the world, going away pretty easily. And I totally expect that with Chris Middleton back next year, the Bucks will definitely run it back. Pretty much the same group, and they should probably be one of, if not the title favorites. First off, let's just talk about Luka. Luka's special. I really think him and Giannis are the only two players in the league right now that have GOAT potential, that they can really go for it. They really have a case, of kind of pushing it. I think guys like Steph and KD, they're kind of cemented right now and where they're going to be, which might change if Steph gets another ring. But they're pretty rock solid legacy wise. But Luka is just. I mean, what else can you say about Luka? I mean, he's an unstoppable scorer. He's an unstoppable offensive force, passing and scoring the ball. He willed the Mavericks to this comeback. And his energy and his charisma powered the Mavs to not only overcoming a 2-0 deficit, but a 3-2 deficit. Luka just is that guy. At 23 years old or whatever he is, I think he's probably the second best player on the planet right now. Behind Giannis. And I'm very comfortable saying that Luka is the second best player on this planet. No questions asked. To average, he has the most points ever by a player in their first 2 Game 7s. There's just nothing more you can say about him other than the fact that he's a bona fide superstar, generational type talent. player, and he continues to show that on this playoff stage. He always elevates his game in the playoffs, and he's continued to do that, and he willed the Mavericks to beating a fairly superior Suns team. That Suns team is definitely there's significant talent gap between them and the Mavericks, and Luka just willed them, kind of LeBron style. So Luka's been one of my favorite players for a long time, or for a while now, and I just absolutely love watching him play the game of basketball. Let's talk about the Suns. This is really bad. This is really bad on Chris Paul and Devin Booker and just the Suns in general. Chris Paul, he's lost every game 7 he's ever been in. That's like 4 in a row. That's really bad. This is his 6-2-0 series lead he's blown. He averaged 9 points over the last, I think it was either 4 or 5 games. He just completely disappeared off the face of the earth. Devin Booker proved that, or maybe not proved. Let me back it up. Devin Booker did not play well to overcome Chris Paul's lack of production. In Game 7, to only have 3 combined points at the half is embarrassing. To only have 21 for the whole game, like your season's on the line, you're at home and you get blown out by 35. That's kind of that's got to be one of the most embarrassing losses of all time. This is worse. This is way worse than when Chris Paul and the Rockets blew the 3-2 lead against the Warriors, because at least they were the underdogs. At least they had to, go Game 7 at Oracle. This is embarrassing. This is probably the most embarrassing loss in NBA history. Like, I'm not kidding. And the fact that Chris Paul's been a part of 2 of them is really, really bad. That's terrible. That looks very bad on his legacy. And the fact that they were trying to push a Book and Luka rivalry, the players got to have to be on pretty equal level, and Luka is significantly better than Devin Booker. We already all knew that, but he continues to prove that. I think the Suns, probably as contenders, are done. I don't think Aiton's coming back. I don't think there's a significant move for them to improve. I legitimately think Luka has killed the Phoenix Suns, and I'm going to stand by it. So thank you for watching today's video. I always appreciate the support. Make sure you guys leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and you'll have a great day.